glad to welcome you in Russia and in our school, of course. And I would like to give the floor to our principal, Вероника Борисовна Сергеева.
So, we are honored to welcome our dear Korean guests. The principal, Mrs. Park, Korean teachers, Mrs. Park and Mrs. Rin, and Korean students from Busan High International School. And we're happy to have you as a partners. It's your first visit to our school, but I'm sure not the last. You are welcome to come to our place anytime you wish. And we hope that next year our students and our teachers will come to Busan to take part in the international forum in your school. So you are welcome. Let's greet our friends, our Korean friends. Today we have some special event. It's cultural performance, and we have prepared something for you, and I know that you have also a pleasant surprise for us. So, and we can see your beautiful costumes, Korean national costumes. It's a pity that not all our students have a chance to show our costume. It's not our tradition, but still, you will see our folk dance and you will enjoy one of the most beautiful Russian costumes. So, let's start our today's performance, our party, and I will give the floor to our English teacher.
Okay, we hope that you are having a great time here. And today we are talking about Russian customs, traditions and ceremonies. We invite you to take part in our conversation, and today we are going to sing a folk Russian song to tell audience and to learn more information about Russian holidays. And traditions are an important part of Russia, and some customs, ceremonies and traditions, even folklores, are becoming popular and emerging again. So, Russian hospitality is a part of Russian culture, and our tradition is to greet our guests with bread and salt. Many years ago, these products were the most expensive and valuable. So that's why the host treats his guests with them. And you should hear a piece of bread. Our Russian pirozhki or Russian pies, you can come here and try this right now. Please. Please. You're welcome. Don't be shy.
Сохрани. Сначала надо платить, потом...
Okay, thank you very much. You have your life. As Russian cuisine is quite rich, there are a lot of traditional dishes, such as fish soup in Russian, uha, this one, pies, Russian pies, пирожки, kefir, and pancakes, of course, pelmeni, and come here, I'm hungry because it's quite difficult to watch these pictures. What traditional Russian food have you tried here in St. Petersburg?
Have you tried any?
Okay.
Have you liked it? What is your favorite Russian dish now? Okay. What about you? Sorry for interrupting. That's a good choice.
Thank you very much. And what about you? Chicken potato soup, what about borscht? Is it? Yes. I like borscht too. And one of our tradition also is tea drinking. People have always liked to drink tea, and traditionally in the middle of the table there was samovar. Of course now we don't use it, we use just usual kettle. And what can be better than a cup of tea with your friends and family in the evening? We traditionally drink it with jam, spicy cakes, bagels, or Russian bublis, you can see them on the samovar, and pancakes, of course, pies. She's drinking tea. In all the times, Russians have liked dancing, and after good dinner and tea, it is the best way to entertain. And now we can watch folk Russian dance. But right here and right now you can watch one more folk dance, but alive. And please greet Ksenia Murashova. unfortunately. We'll do it later. Russia is truly one of the unique countries where modern culture sees traditions of our nation with care. Russian Catholics have great connection with Orthodoxy and paganism. The Russians is keeping some pagan traditions and believing a lot of superstitions. Folk and religious things are very close in our culture, and sometimes it's difficult to tell the difference. One of religious holiday, which is the second important after Easter, is Christmas. The 6th of January is Christmas Eve. The evening or day before Christmas, the widely celebrated annual holiday. On this day, people prepare for Christmas and wait for the first Christmas star. And we are going to give some information about Christmas.
Christmas is the second important holiday after the Easter. So, the Bible says that Jesus Christ was born on 7th January at night, and from this day so-called Svatki or Christmas sites begin and last for 2 weeks. And Russian people have lots of traditions connected to this holiday. For example, they are decorating houses and churches with pine branches, which symbolize the eternal life. The Christmas tree tradition came to us from paradise tree decorating these presents. But now lots of people don't actually understand the meaning and what these things are symbolizing. And one of the most important holiday, one of the most important Christmas symbol is the fire, because the born of Christ gave new light and meaning to the world. So that's why there are 4 candles in the middle of the Christmas bread. Each one is lighted one Sunday before the main celebration. And there are lots of other traditions. And one of them is the Christmas bells, because legend says that in one of the very cold winters the earth was dying, and to revive the earth, the evil spirits should be dispelled with loud noises and laughter. But this tradition was changed a little bit, and now the bell ringing symbolizes the born of Christ.
Now we will listen sounds of church bells. Church bells devoted to Christmas. These sounds are supposed to scare evil spirits. And here we can see some pictures of adornments of churches on Christmas, and you can see fir trees as they symbolize the eternal life. And now we can listen to more pleasant sounds of guitar. Galadin Alexander is playing for us the Russian folk song "I'm Sitting on the Stone" is the name of the song.
Christmas time is celebrated during Holy Week. In all Russia, people believe that the way you spend Christmas week, the same way you'll spend your life. During these people try to realize all their plans these daily corona times. For example, if you want to live a rich life, you have to wear your best clothes. And if you want to have a delicious food, you must eat your favorite food during the whole week. And if you want peace and love in your house, you must say tender words to each other during it.
Sushi is ready to dance. Music, please.
It's awesome if the dream was good, but if it was bad, you have to calculate the options and try to avoid bad things to happen. The first type of fortune telling on Christmas tide is called the dream about your room. On the night of fortune telling, you have to go to a place you have never spent night in before, and before you go to sleep, you have to say bright have a dream about your room, and your room will appear in your dream. And the second type of fortune telling is called the name of betrothed, the name of someone who's going to be your fate. You have to write down the men's names on the little pieces of paper and put it under the pillow. And in the morning you have to pull the first one piece of paper pure, and the name written on this piece of paper is going to be the name of your future groom.
As it is a period of carols, people prepare sad songs and play folk musical instruments. We have a great opportunity to listen to folk music alive. One of our students can play Bayan. It's traditional folk Russian instrument musical. And Marina, please. We are welcome. We are welcome. Christmas carol. In our school, and one of them is Nikita Charkov, and he's singing a folk Russian song.
Степь
fortune telling. Of course, most of girls like fortune telling. They have always wish to know the name of their future husbands. There is no explanation, but people very often want to learn about their future. And about fortune telling, no one knows.
The most popular entertainment in Russia, in ancient Russia, was the fortune telling. Every girl wanted to know about it. So, but there were some accidents when girls that with burning candle and loose hairs, and some guys like to joke about them. For example, to scream or to knock the door. So some fortune tellers went mad, and not every man could fight their fears. So the fortune telling was forbidden by the church and the government. And some psychologists warned fortune tellers that it has a really bad side. But for example, that people try to do things that fortune tellers have.
Myths of fortune telling. The idea of sex for divination has not been today sound, because this is a place where the spirits and the evil spirits gather together, and even nowadays, the perfect place for fortune telling in a city is Bethlehem. But certainly not for big groups of people, so gather friends and go forth in church for art. Fortune telling on beans. Take 23 beans, put them on the table in front of you. Don't count and split into 3 parts. Now look at these pieces from the left to right. Part 1 is health, part 2 is the work, part 3 is love. Now count beans in each pile. Odd number predicts potential problems. Even number, on the contrary, portends good luck and prosperity. Fortunating by phone. Concentrate on your question. Looking at the phone and ask question. If the first call will be from a man, the answer is if it will be a woman, no. You can satisfy the results of the fortune-telling. You shouldn't pay attention to it. So, because you can adjust yourselves negatively for the next time.
Show you some fortune telling because they're interested in the names of future husbands as well. Girls, please.
Divination on strategy. This kind of Christmas divination becomes the easiest and popular. In order to learn from what direction expect a group, do the following things. Get out of the gate with left foot and throw it over your shoulder, forward toe. Deep lines, then points up. From this direction, I'll step my group. If left foot so points to his mistress, during his year, isn't betrothed right. Direction of the show itself speaks about the side from which you wanted to wait for a loved one.
Fortune telling by mirrors. You need 2 big and equal-sized mirrors to see them opposite each other. Between them, you place 2 candles, so that there must be a long corridor lighted with candles. A person who does it must be alone or with somebody who is interested in it. They must keep silence. No animals must be present in the room. You sit in front of the one mirror so that to see your future groom. You must cover the mirror with the focus otherwise, who knows what can happen. Yeah.
Well, today I would like to tell you about another fortune telling by candle. You need
one candle, a saucer with water, and matches. Well, you should light the candle and wait when the motor box disappears. Then, this box we should pour on the saucer with water. Be careful, please, it's very hot. Well, you can see the wax spot, yeah? And you know, spots might have different forms. For example, what can I see? Oh my gosh. I think it's... Oh. Maybe, is it a dragon? A dragon means some work difficulties in the future. Is it a bird? Oh, bird. You have a lot of traveling this year. Yeah, maybe it's a leaf or a tree. A leaf or a tree means a lot of gossip behind your back. So bad, yeah. Oh, I think it looks like a grape, you know? A grape, it means a luck in your personal life. Yeah, maybe it's your future love waiting during this year. And anybody wants to try this water jelly? Anyone? Yeah. Come to me, please. And pour on the system. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Oh, stop. Yeah. Do you know what is it? I don't know. So where? I think it's a pig or an elephant. I don't know.
We have an spoon.
So difficult. What is bread? You're so clever, you know, and we can see bread. Yeah, you good at school this year, yeah. Thanks, good marks, thank you. That's all, yeah. And when you arrived in Korea, you may try this amazing fortune teller. Thank you. But please remember, never believe in bad fortune teller. Never. Just and let's have a short break and watch wonderful folk dance with baby style by Alexander Seychelles.
rivers and water sources are blessed. They're blessed by cutting a cross into the ice, and after that follows a church procession. After this church procession, a lot of faithful people plunge into the icy cold water. About the abilities and powers of this water says not only the legends, but the scientists at the Moscow University of Info-Wave Technology show that the bioenergy of the blessed water and bioenergy of a very human, healthy organism is the same. Not only this water can revive you from sin and revive your soul. Thank you.
And the last for today great holiday is Maslenitsa. And it's pancake week. We like this holiday very much. And it's a pagan tradition in our culture which everybody likes because you can eat a lot of pancakes almost every day. But with jam, hammer, sour cream, and so on. On the last pancakes and violin. Would you please tell us about Maslenitsa?
Maslenitsa is farewell to the holiday. It's held on 8th week before Easter, and it was held under the great lamp and edifice for kings. Maslenitsa is celebrated throughout Russia, both in the villages and cities. In the villages, it was attended by all residents regardless of the age and social status. The first 3 days of the carnival, there were preparations for the holiday, if people brought wood for fires and cleaned their homes. The main festival fell on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All entertainments of Maslenitsa usually placed on the street. Well-dressed people, guys, girls, couples, elderly men and women spilled out on the street and took part in all entertainments, congratulating each other, being surprised by admirations and happy bird performances by the leader of the crowd. Pancake contests include activities such as skiing down the hills, war games such as taking a snowy town, and so on and so forth. A characteristic feature of Maslenitsa include eating large quantities of fatty food as well as alcoholic beverages. And the predominance of such food was caused by the church ban on the use of meat in the week preceding the night. Farewell to the carnival on Sunday. On this day, in northern and central regions of European Russia, people live bonfires. And in the northern band is strong effigy of Maslenitsa. Last day was the Wednesday. People went from house to house asking for forgiveness. If within 1 year Russian someone insulted each other, they met on a given Sunday, and they fervently greeted each other with a kiss, and one of them said, "Please forgive me," and the second replied, "God forgive you."
And in the end of our conversation, we would like to offer you to sing a folk Russian song. We are giving out the lyrics of the song. Be attentive, they are different for ladies and gentlemen. They are different. One of them for ladies, the others are for gentlemen. We will count your course. We will sing all together. And are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah.
Thank you.
чужая ты мне не нужна, но там, в краю далеком, чужая ты мне не нужна.
And our great dancer Susha Murashova is ready to show our, to give our a great dancing lesson. Of course.
Hello everyone, I'm very happy to be here in Russia. We even couldn't think of coming to Russia last May, but in June, Vera, in your school, came to our school to stay for 1 month, and she became a bridge between our school and your school. So we were interested from that time. We some students are interested in Russia, and we decided to invite you to our international forum in October in our school. And then this time we came to your school for the first time in our history, in our school history, and we found that Russia is long history and also ups and downs like my country, and still we enjoy your culture very much. So in the future, I want many students can come to our school and share the ideas of youngsters and then share the cultures too. I think this kind of program is a good chance for us and for you to be a global citizen and to make this world peaceful and the world to responsible to live together. Thank you. And then I will show you about the video program of our school, and then our students will show you some pictures about Busan, our city, and explain about our traditional costume.
Students are also required to take an independent study to write their own academic article while they participate in book reading clubs. As a part of the Creative Experience program, renowned People's Special Lecture for Understanding the Culture takes place 1 or 2 times a month. Various international exchange programs are implemented for raising global leaders. As a UNESCO associated school, we provide regular CCAP programs. For experiencing foreign culture and volunteering informations, students participate in programs such as touring Ivy League's campuses in the U.S., teaching Korean at Hanyang Technical College in China, visiting Kishinedo High School in Japan, visiting Ulaanbaatar Sisterhood School in Mongolia, and so on. About 20 foreign students learn Korean language and culture with professional instructors. Continuous support for studying abroad, as well as customized educational programs, result in an increased number of students admitted to prestigious colleges in and outside the country. Each year, students are accepted to foreign universities, including Cornell University in the Netherlands and Waseda University in Japan. And most graduates are accepted to top-class universities in Korea, including Seoul National University.
대외 배우는 진로 수업이 저희 학교의 큰 장점이라 생각합니다. 특히나 다양한 능력으로 활동하기가 되는 영어교과와 제2외 국어학습을 통해서 실력을 기르고 국제적으로 활동하고자 하는 제 꿈에 한 걸음 더 나아갈 수 있게 되어 기쁩니다. 무엇보다도 중요한 우리 학교의 장점은 열정과 꿈을 가진 우수한 제 동료들, 선배님들과 후배들입니다.
Good afternoon, teachers and students of St. Petersburg Gymnasia level. We are from Busan International High School. My name is Sung Young Kim.
My name is Chu Hyun-gu.
We are really honored to meet you here in St. Petersburg.
Now we will start our project about Korea, Seoul and Busan.
I'll briefly explain about the Korean flag. The white background represents the pure racial characteristics of the Koreans. And the red part, yang, represents the sun, and the blue part, yin, represents the moon. This is Kon, Ham, Li. It represents sky, the earth, water, and fire. Korea is located in East Asia, right below Russia, the East Russia. Is located in East Asia and is peninsula surrounded by 3 different seas. So Korea played an important role as a cultural bridge between the sea and the land.
The official language of Korea, Hangul, is created in 1443 and is the only language in the world which has the exact time and inventor known. Hangul, which was created by coding some organs like teeth and tongues and mouths, is very scientific and systematic, and it is also very easy to learn. This is why the illiteracy rate of Korea is the lowest of the world. Even the UNESCO prize given to an individual or a group who endeavor to fight illiteracy is King Sejong Award. King Sejong is the man who invented Hangul, and this is the word Korea in Hangul, and this is Lojong in Hangul.
Okay, Korea has also held numerous international sports festivals too. Following the 1988 Seoul Olympic Games, Korea and Japan joined World Cup in 2002, and the 2002 Asian Games were held in Busan, which will be reheld in Incheon this year. And in debut, World Champions was held in 2011. Also following the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics, 2018 Winter Olympics will be held in Pyeongchang.
And let's talk about Korean money. The currency unit is won, and 1,000 won is approximately 30 rubles. Now there are up to 50,000 won, and each pay produced there are eminent scholars of Korea, and the king who made Hangul, and the famous female artists of Joseon Dynasty.
Let's talk about Korean food. Korea's staple food is rice, which is eaten with diverse kinds of soups and dishes. This picture shows the traditional way of table setting. The photo on the right is Korea's representative food, bibimbap. Bibimbap is where many vegetables and red pepper paste is mixed together to create a fabulous taste. It represents the spirit of harmony and balance.
Next is kimchi, which is a must on Korean's table. It is made by mixing cabbage, lettuce, and red pepper. As a fermented food, it has many lactic acid 4 times of the amount of yogurt and outstanding anti-cancer effect and many vitamins. And it is one of the most nutritious food in the world.
Next is bulgogi. Bulgogi has cooked ever since very long ago. A dish cooked by thinly slicing beef, roasting it, and thinning it. Bulgogi has numerous recipes, and it has captivated many foreigners.
Since the late 1990s, Korea has created the Korean wave fever across the world with this drama or music like Gangnam Style. This shows that Korea can communicate the rest of the world not only through the traditional ones but also the mass media. And it also shows that the Korea's cultural status is gradually rising.
Let's go deeper into Korea's capital city, Seoul. As the capital city of Korea, from Joseon Dynasty for around 500 years, Seoul has been the center of Korea's politics, economics, and culture.
The following picture is Han River, which is the lifeline of Seoul. The Han River penetrates into the Seoul, and it is also the boundary line of Seoul, which divides the north and south Seoul. Total 31 bridges connect
Han River with many bridges. As Seoul has been capital of Korea for a quite long time, it has many traditional palaces. Let me introduce a few. The Myeongwon Palace is the center palace of Joseon Dynasty. This is the place where the king and his lieges gather around and discussing the important thing of the country. This is the Myeonghaeru Pavilion, where the king and his lieges, or the king or the foreign country's envoys, have gathered there.
Next is Changgak Palace. As a beautiful garden, it is registered as a World Cultural Heritage. Doksu Palace is where Korea's first Western building was constructed and is famous for its stone bridge. Let's walk down the famous streets of Seoul. This is Myeongdong Street, the shopping hub of Seoul, and Hongdae Street, full of amateur musicians playing street music, and Insan Street, where we can buy Korean traditional products. You will all know, as I said before, Seoul is the capital city of Korea. Seoul is the key city of Korea, being in charge of Korea's economy, administration, and politics. But Busan, as the second largest city of Korea, forms another central axis in Korea with its individuality and unique culture.
Busan, which is the second largest city in Korea, is the number one poor city in Korea. As it is seen, it has very moderate climate. It is cool in summer and warmer in winter. Busan is famous not only for its fishing industry, but also for its transportation and its tourism. We will now introduce some traditional sites and famous tourism spots of the Busan.
Prime example of Busan's nature is the ocean. From the world-renowned Caribbean Beach to outstanding scenery of Daepo Beach, Hwanghanli Beach, Songjeong Beach, Songdo Beach are waiting for tourists all year round. There are numerous kinds of festivals held in these beaches.
Including Busan City Festival in summer and Hwanghanli Fireworks Festival in autumn and Polar Bear Festival in winter, where the participants have swimming competition in the cool winter sea. Like these diverse festivals provide amazing spectacles and amenities to enjoy. Seongyeon, can you imagine how many people visit Haeundae Beach in summer?
Maybe 3 million people.
No, and it is way over than that. About 10 million people have visited Haeundae Beach in summer. It is 3 times of the population of Busan. Is it surprising?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now let's move to Oryuk Island. Located in the same sea as the Haeundae Beach, it has been an inspiration for many songs and poems. It is one of the symbols of Busan's nature. The archipelago is also famous for having different number of islands at low and rising tide. Because the islands are connected underneath the water, at low tide, Oryuk Island appears to be of 6 islands, but at rising tide it becomes 5.
The name Oryuk Island is exactly what he said. O means 5, U means 6 in Korean, so it means 5 or 6 islands. And recently, the government created a skyward at the end of the sea cliff. The visitors can walk around and closer to Oryuk Island through these transparent floors.
The next is Busan's hot tourist attraction, the Gwangwan, or also called Diamond Bridge, which crosses the Gwangwan Sea. The Diamond Bridge, which is the country's largest double-floor bridge, contributes immensely to the country's competitiveness in exporting and promptly transporting the harbor volume. IT also plays a crucial role in propelling Busan to become a global marine city.
The Diamond Bridge also important as a tourist spot.
Of course, the Diamond Bridge shows a spectacular night view with advanced lighting technology, and also at the beginning of each year, many people gather to see the sunrise. And at fall, many people gather to enjoy the splendid fireworks.
And you can't miss the seafood products. Let's go to the Jakarta market, which is the biggest seafood seafood market in Busan. You can see and eat many seafood products that are caught up from the beach. If you buy some seafood products and bring it to the restaurant, people inside cook or cut them below.
The next is Shinsei department store, which is we call the center of Busan shopping industry. The department store is a complex shopping resort which contains ice cream, golf range, spa and where we can enjoy spa. The size is really big, so it's registered as the world's largest department store of the Guinness Book of Records.
This is a photo of my friend who visited Sparring with me. The place was so spacious and there are lots of areas to laugh.
The Shinsei department store has become a place of culture, shopping, and relaxation where we can put down our burdens and relax.
Busan is also generally formed as a convention city.
A typical example is the Nuri-Maru Apex House.
The name Nuri-Maru is the combination of pure Korean. The Nuri means the word, Maru means the top or the summit. So Nuri-Maru Apex House means that this is a place where the world leaders gather together and discuss and have a epic meeting.
We can never miss the Busan International Film Festival. When we are talking about Busan's culture, Busan International Film Festival is really important. It has been held every autumn since 1996, designed to promote Busan, the birthplace of Korean movies. Despite its short history of 5 years, it not only is evaluated to have contributed in constructing solidarity among Asian movement, but also acknowledged as #1 East Asian Film Festival, where almost 200,000 people visit each year.
Also, Busan Cinema Center opened in 2011 as an exclusive theater for Busan International Film Festival. The scenery is created by 112,000 LED lights is also extremely beautiful. Busan is also famous for baseball city. The following photo is the logo and the characters of Lotte Giants, which is Busan's baseball team.
There is a unique way of breeding for your team. That is to wear the plastic garbage bag around your head to cheer for the team, and then reuse it after the game is over to clean the places.
This beautiful village is called Kamchangpurta village. It was reborn by artists and its residents who wanted to restore this declining city. So now you can see the beautiful wall paintings and artworks in very ordinary daily sites.
The picture is the slogan of Busan, Dynamic Busan, meaning that Busan is a dynamic city where exuberant life, beautiful nature, and passionate people thrive together. And it's also notable that Korea's official slogan is Dynamic Korea. This tells us that Korea, not only Busan, not only Seoul, and many other cities in the entire peninsula will create a lively world. In the future, they will be full of dynamic spirit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Alan and Leon from VIHS in Korea. Today we're going to introduce you our traditional costume, hanbok, which we wear now. And look at our costume. What is your first impression of hanbok? Maybe beautiful colors and long skirt or a capacious jacket, right? But whatever you think, it is clear that hanbok is really beautiful. And personally, I also think hanbok is really beautiful costume, and we Koreans are really proud of this costume. So we want to show you our beauty with hanbok, and here are the contents. Failures of hanbok. different types of hanbok depending on different social status. And modernized hanbok, how to wear hanbok and the names of each part, and last steps of reading with a full ball. So what are the values of hanbok which is considered beautiful clothes in the world? First, the harmony. Its curves and straight lines make harmony and grace. As you can see now, you can find lots of harmony between two different opposite lines. Like, for example, straight lines and curves. And straight lines and curves. Like this. Second, it is eco-friendly. We can make hanbok with fabrics and pigments that can be taken from nature easily. And especially you will find that the colors of hanbok is so unique. And it's because its pigments are like fruits, or from fruits or flowers like that. So hanbok can look like our nature. Third, hanbok is unique clothes that contains our traditional spirit. For example, hanbok covers old bodies like that. And it's because it shows the spirit that the courtesy is the most important. And its form shows dignity and nobility of Korea. Like this, we can summarize the values of hanbok as harmony and eco-friendly, and last is traditional spirit. Hanbok is so diverse depending on not only its sort and kind, but also its different social status. First, the peasantry. The peasantry in the past are the citizens in today, and they usually wear white clothes because they had a strong faith that white colors brings down the good relation. And next, the nobility. The nobility means today's congressman, and we can find the colors and designs of hanbok become more splendid. And the king's family. Among them, the kings and queens hanbok are the most colorful. For the right one, you can see the right one. Kings and queens usually wear that clothes when they have important national ceremony like the wedding or funeral. And in conclusion, the higher their social status is, the more colorful their hanbok is. You have seen the beauty of hanbok and you may agree with its greatness, but it has difficulties that people feel uncomfortable when they act or wear or put up their hanbok, so the modernized hanbok was made. The modernized hanbok shows its original beauty and it is improved to be comfortable. And because of its improved quality, nowadays many people in Korea and even foreigners wants to wear the modernized hanbok and show off our beauty.
So we talked about the values, types, and traits of hanbok and modernized hanbok. Since we're done with basic information of hanbok, let's get into practicing the steps of wearing. So we would like to have 2 volunteers, one of each from boys and girls. Any volunteers? Thank you, kids. And any volunteer from boys? So, before we start, we would like to hear you introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Ethan.
And my name is Kate. Okay, I think my friends are preparing for the spare hanbok. basically hanbok is composed of this skirt and this jacket called sogori. It's same for boys and girls. So you should wear hanbok from the bottom to the top. So for boys, you wear from this trousers to jacket, but I think it's wrong. You have to wear it from the bottom. You make up ribbon in the trousers. So as well as girls, boys also wear an order of trousers and jackets, but they have more clothes than girls, such as vests and another jacket. So it's a bit complicated. If you're done with the bottom part, now it's time for us to wear jacket and make a ribbon with this jacket tie. We call this jacket tie, and then same for boys and girls. We have this is the next step to tie the front ribbon. It's really important in wearing hanbok.
Really smart and cute.
So there is a short skirt and a long skirt. You put the short skirt opposite of the long one, and you make a cross and make something similar to a ribbon. But it's not so easy, so my principal is helping us to do it. It's complicated. This is a special coat in hanbok. We wear it in winter, I think. And they're completed. And when we wear hanbok, there is something that we always do, which is greeting somebody with a full bow as a New Year's greeting. We call it tebe, and we are trying to teach them how to do it.
Pyongyang is a city in Gyeongsang-namdo province, South Korea. Forecast schedule is the summit of a high mountain rising north of Mungyang in the ancient highway linking Seoul with Gyeongsang and Busan. Its sky-kissing haze are so rough that in their eyes. This is a love song of a dancing girl from Gyeongsang who was left behind by her The words in the first line of the chorus are sounds of bitter sorrow and hurt. So we will